This one's going to be crazy. TRK versus Joreuz. I think I've got to go Joreuz on this. We're waiting on TRK to join the lobby, and as soon as he does, we can get this one started. I'm going to lean towards Joreuz here. So I think that TRK has a similar playstyle to Khaled, and I think Joreuz should be able to handle that. But if anything, TRK I think is a bit more passive than Khaled, so I think Joreuz should have an easier matchup against him stylistically. But we'll find out. This is best of one. Anything can happen in any of these games, and TRK is a monster in 1v1, so it's absolutely a close game. There we go. Okay. Good luck to the players. It's round 2. TRK against Joreuz. Let's see what kind of form Joreuz is in. Looks pretty good on the bracket. Now we get to see for ourselves as he goes up against the player who I consider to be the second scariest coming out of KSA in this event after Khaled. TRK taking his time. Joreuz giving him the entire pitch to decide what he wants to do. TRK switches sides. Joreuz switches sides as well, and he's been outplayed on the first flick. TRK surely sinking. Oh my goodness, what on earth? That is a horrendous open net miss by TRK. It was so open that he knew he had forever to sink it. And I think he just thought about it too much. Like, he had so long that he just overthought it. Surely that's what happened, because, I mean, that was ridiculously open. Great recovery here, but Joreuz might be in the middle. He is, and Joreuz is the one to take the lead. But wow, what a freak open net miss by TRK. You know, open nets that are easy that you have to rush, you can see why that would be missed, but that was insane. He had all the time in the world, and he ended up just overthinking it. But, you know, in the build-up to it, it was interesting to see what happened. Joreuz gave him the entire pitch to dribble. Then he actually went for a fake challenge into a reverse challenge and ended up getting outplayed. So TRK got a big win in the run-up to it. If he can just think about that, think about the fact that he did get an outplay on Joreuz before all this happened. He's beamed it again. The controls has gone completely. Joreuz 2-0, and he can't have expected goals like this to be happening earlier on. TRK just messed up his takeoff. He was trying to air dribble this one into the center of the field, and he just got on the wrong side of the ball immediately. 2-0. Joreuz half flips on the kickoff. TRK shoots immediately. I don't think that's the best counter that he could have gone for. But again, if you see it really late, then you sometimes just have to go for the fast shot. TRK very strong in the challenge on Joreuz fake air dribble. But he misses the demo, and he's got a lot of comebacking to do, and he's not going to make it. Joreuz with a 3-goal lead. Pretty bizarre game so far. It was a nice bump from Joreuz there, and TRK will be pretty upset that he didn't get a bump on Joreuz as he recovered there. He might have had one actually, because you never know. And if you want to see a good example of this, head over to Jack's channel. He put out a commentary on his series against Daniel, and you'll see that, you know, sometimes these close quarters plays don't look right when you're on the away server. TRK is just getting destroyed here. He's got to stabilize. He's really just got to stabilize. Anything but a crossbar pinch was not going to work out, and he didn't get one. Still a long time left in the game though, and TRK, very efficient player. I'm sure he's going to be able to create enough shots to get the win from this position. But look at Joreuz go. Terrifying as ever. TRK unafraid, and he gets an open net this time. Didn't have as long to think about it as the last one, and he just went for the no-nonsense approach. Just shoot quickly on target. 4-1. TRK gets his first of the game. Wave dash recovery for Joreuz, gets him to the ball first, but TRK will easily save this and assumes boost control. Had to actually give up the back corner boost though, because Joreuz is threatening a demo. Hard shot by TRK, and Joreuz has it under control. These kind of full volleys off bounce dribbles are one of the things that Khaled has done many a time against Joreuz, and Joreuz is one of the best players at defending that kind of offense, so I think he's going to have a decent time against this. TRK will no doubt up the level of difficulty on his shots as the game continues here. Flip reset in this time. Joreuz saves it, but lands inside the net. That limits what he's able to do on the counter-attack. And he immediately hits the ball a bit too high. TRK defending well. Needs to defend well. It was a disastrous start to the game from him, both in offense and in defense. This is looking a lot better now. What's up speed on the attack? And look at this from TRK. Oh my goodness. That is how you accelerate a play. He had almost no boost to work with here. Uses a wave dash to get the run up. And although he was really, really tight to the ball, he generated a ton of power to the top left corner. That's such an impressive shot. Perfect placement. Joreuz fires back immediately. And that will be another painful goal for TRK to concede. Both players dodging the same way. Joreuz is more goal side, wins the kickoff well. This time TRK is shooting to the right corner, but again, you can see there that Joreuz does have the ability to get the entire goal defended if TRK wants to shoot immediately on the half-flip kickoff. So Joreuz should just keep half-flip kickoffing because it's working well for him. The correct counter, or at least the hardest counter I've ever seen, I've talked about this on stream before, is Dead Monsters drive by the ball and then back corner possession play. TRK hasn't done it out of 2 chances. But that's a really good 50-50. Not even a jump. The ability for TRK to control the ball there, so impressive. Khaled-esque with the absorption. And now he's got the kickoff win. That should be a goal, and it is. TRK took his time with it. After the earlier open net, he did not want to miss this. Really focused on it, and he's within 1. And he's done it again, actually. TRK has tied it. Just moments ago, Joreuz has extended the lead to 5-2. And now TRK, from a 50-50 and 2 kickoffs, has equalized. What a comeback. This is why you need to just work on stabilizing when the defense is falling apart. You have to just sort that out and then worry about the comeback later. That's what TRK has done here. He's really played this with such composure. A perfectly executed return to form in the middle of a game that was going about as wrong as you can go. Joreuz not falling for the fake challenge. Does get a bump on TRK here. He's landed on his own crossbar, unable to make contact as the ball bounces on target. Joreuz drops some whoops on him. Oh my goodness, the savagery from Joreuz. No way did he just drop a whoops on TRK. You know, from Joreuz's perspective, he might have thought that he faked him there with his dodge. But I think TRK just missed. He was coming down off the crossbar, so it wasn't the easiest thing to get a clear ball off. He didn't just want to land on that ball and have it go nowhere. He was trying to clear it, so went for a very precise touch. Speed flip on the landing by TRK to avoid the demo. But he's been clipped in the back corner anyway. What a recovery though. TRK might be on the breakaway. Joreuz is not going to have his net covered, and TRK will equalize again. Just when Joreuz thought he had him with a bump, TRK gets back on the goal line, defends well, and puts in a much more difficult open net. He's getting better and better as the game goes on. And will Joreuz regret that quick chat? Will that be a moment before disaster? TRK, no nonsense challenge. That is something we don't see too often from him in the end of a game. Like I said earlier, he likes to defend his goal and likes to react to what his opponent is doing, but that time he wanted to mix it up, and it's good to do that. Even if you're a player who prefers to defend reactively, you have to go head onto the ball every now and then just to show your opponent that you're willing to do that, and they have to think about it. Back corner play for TRK, keeping it Joreuz from doing much. Throws himself into the ball. Joreuz is on an easy goal here. He just completely neutralizes the challenge, and TRK, trying to catch Joreuz off guard with another fast challenge, completely fails on this occasion. 9 seconds remaining. Joreuz leads by 1. Was that too risky? Joreuz is masterful with a 50-50 game. It's an underrated element of his game. This one goes in the way of TRK, but he doesn't have enough boost to get to the ball. Flick on target. Joreuz into his own bar, and the ground will be the destination. No overtime. Joreuz just able to get the win here and save himself from what would have been an incredibly embarrassing result. Not because TRK is an embarrassing player to lose to. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying here. But, you know, Joreuz dropped a whoops on him. If he lost the game right after dropping the whoops, I think he would have been upset. Look at this. Wow, Khaled 1-goal win over Moxie. Revsy putting in work here. Annihilates Emirates. We're going to have Revsy Khaled. I think that's going to be streamed by Shogun, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's going to be streamed by Shogun, but not yet. That's going to be streamed by Shogun at 1:45 the hour. Up next on Shogun's channel is Reziers versus Ashley, Appjack Lorley on Tylacta's channel, and I'm going to be streaming Fairy Peak versus Drally. It's pretty hyped so far. Khaled, Joreuz, all the top seeds still getting through. I think the highest seed who's been eliminated so far is Dead Monster, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just double check that. Daniel's through by a forfeit. Jack and Joreuz, Khaled still alive. Fairy Peak still in the tournament. Fahad still in the tournament. Dead Monster's the highest seed who's been eliminated up till now.